if you look at the Employee Net Promoter Score, ENPS, it's a quarterly survey which we drive. So that is the yardstick which demonstrates how consistent we are, how progressive we are. If you look at past 1 year, we are consistently increasing our Employee Net Promoter Score. So our framework, it's not only performance based, it's not only numeric thing, it's all about performance potential. So we just look at how you deliver the number, how you achieve your goals. We look at your potential, inclusivity, and also the diversity we wanted to drive in the organization, starting from our parental leave policy, where the father is also getting 100 days parental leave.
Hi everyone. Established in 1987, Union Assurance PLC is one of Sri Lanka's longest standing private life insurers and is a subsidiary of the John Keells Group, the largest listed conglomerate in Sri Lanka. It has an island-wide branch network and is a recipient of numerous awards. Joining me in the studio today to discuss the employee value proposition of Union Assurance PLC is Nisansala Paranayapa, the Chief People Officer of Union Assurance PLC and a Senior Vice President of the John Keells Group. Welcome, Nisansala. I'm going to start off with your magnificent run at the CLA Great Managers Award. 5 consecutive years, the strongest run by any company in the program's history. What is the secret behind your success?
Firstly, it's about how we reconfirm, reassure, and affirm our stance with regards to our employees, and also creating leadership and also enabling our culture so that we create great managers. In the Great Managers Awards this year, we proved that how consistent we are over last 5 years, creating great managers and rewarding and recognizing our positive behavior in nurturing leadership, and also demonstrating rest of our colleagues, rest of our employees, and to the society how Union Assurance culture is built. So I take this opportunity to talk to you about the employee value proposition at Union Assurance PLC. So our employee value proposition is our true promise to our employees, not only to our current existing employees, it's towards the prospective employees as well. Our employee value proposition is grow beyond limits. It's a thoughtfully crafted statement. It's a promise because we wanted to make sure that we enable a culture, we give opportunities for our employees to grow personally and professionally. It's not just a slogan, it's a promise. So if I am to elaborate a bit about our employee value proposition, so this has 3 key main pillars. We talk about empowerment, experience, and the progression. So throughout the journey, when we started driving our employee value proposition, we have put a lot of emphasis on these 3 main pillars to establish our employees get the best experience they can experience in a corporate culture, and also they can continuously progress so that they achieve their career goals as well as their personal expectations, I would say, and progression in terms of how they prosper, how they grow, how they develop their capabilities. Those are the key highlights, key themes which we are driving across this organization to support our employees and to inculcate, establish, strengthen our culture at Union Assurance PLC as a unique culture.
Coming to that, culture is often defined by, everyday behaviors. It's not what you write on papers. It's not about the slogans. What are the core values of, Union Assurance PLC? Because, beyond the CLA awards, you all have won numerous other accreditations and awards. This is obviously a testament to the fact that you have very good values, and those values are then, lived by the employees. How do you embed this across a diverse workforce? Because I know that you have an island-wide branch network. You have large number of both permanent plus, other employees as well. How do you embed this into your corporate culture?
Yeah, it's true. As you rightly said, we have a very diverse workforce in this organization. So the values, the core values are part of our corporate DNA. We live our values. We don't compromise on our values. So cascading from the parent company itself, we have 5 core values. We talk about integrity and ethics, caring, trust, excellence, and innovation. So these values are strongly embedded into our culture. So for example, if you take trust in the financial industry, how important it is, trust, integrity, and ethics. So those are the core we always live with. So that we trust our people, we trust our products, we trust the processes we have here. This is a stronghold at Union Assurance. We have a very robust, very strong processes at Union Assurance, which drive us towards the end goal to serve all the stakeholders, not necessarily the employees.
Right.
Employees are the core. Apart from our employees, we have multiple stakeholders. We reassure to all our stakeholders that this organization is always doing the right thing. We always raise the bar, that is excellence. And we are very bold in our innovation aspect. If you look at the level of innovation we have done in this organization, in terms of people processes, maybe the technical stuffs we do, because we are highly into a technical industry, as we discussed before. So this value system or the company corporate values are part of our DNA, because our strength and our success, these values are always behind us. As long as you live the company values, we are seen as very unique individuals because of the very fact that we are value based. We are always adhering to the core values of the organization because we never compromise on values. There are so many examples I can share with you where we have reinforced our values strongly in the system.
Right. 2 major stakeholders in Union Assurance. One is the regulator,
Yeah.
because it's a highly regulated industry. And the other is the parent company, John Case Holdings. How have their values sort of come together in what you do?
This is all about how strong we are in terms of bringing in solid, robust framework into our system. Since the organization is so large, being part of a largest conglomerate of the country, one of the success factors we have is about the standards and the frameworks mainly about the policy framework we have. We have a lot of policies, processes in place. It's not people-centric. So whoever takes to the leadership or how teams evolve, irrespective of all what happens in the market, in the organization, we continue to drive our journey because we are trusting in our system and the processes. We have disrupted certain policies where we have shown the market, we have established with our employees how progressive we are. For example, inclusivity and also the diversity we wanted to drive in the organization, starting from our parental leave policy, where the father is also getting 100 days parental leave. To that extent, our organization is disruptive, and also we looked after our employees through our value caring. We are caring towards our employees, caring towards our organizations. In the end, we as a team, we together drive towards our ultimate goal of the organization. One thing I need to highlight is, along with the organizational strategy, side by side, we define our people strategy. We call it as people first. Right. People first is Union Assurance's strategy to drive people part of it as the priority.
Excellent. Something you said, at the beginning of this conversation, which is around your value proposition is not just for your current employees, but for your future employees, which is something I very rarely hear when I do interviews. So now, as the organization grows, and since 1987, obviously it has grown, how do you ensure that, in the process of acquiring, then developing talent, and then obviously make sure that their careers grow with you, and then retention, they have to be happy as well. How do you ensure that all these values are there while the organization grows and it's consistent over the years, and also that it then also is in line with business growth as well, because the business itself must grow for it to take care of employees as well. So how do you ensure this consistency
Consistency is the key, stemming from the policies, processes and framework we follow. So we establish the employee value proposition so that we are concerned about our employees, at the same time extending it to the prospective employees to see this as an employer of choice. So if you look at the employee net promoter score, ENPS, it's a quarterly survey which we drive. So that is the yardstick which demonstrate how consistent we are, how progressive we are. If you look at past 1 year, we are consistently increasing our employee net promoter score. Is a clear testimony on how we have taken those initiatives to drive this value proposition and also to support the culture for our employees to grow. The prospective employees. So we demonstrate what we do, how we manage our culture within. So with the level of flexibility and also the trust, value, everything coming together makes our culture so distinct, so unique, so that everybody looking from out can see Union Assurance as a unique place where you are aspiring to get at. And also to your question about the leadership and the retention of employees. So our framework, it's not only performance based, it's not only numeric thing, it's all about performance potential. So we don't just look at how you deliver the number, how you achieve your goals. We look at your potential. Yeah, if you are a person with high potential, so we have a special emphasis or special focus on that particular individual, so that we are crafting a path for that person to grow. He can be in the talent pool of the organization, he can be a successor to the next role, and also he can be part of the wider group-wide talent pool. So we are taking individualized development initiatives so that the individual is developed and getting ready for bigger, better responsibility, and also to take on leadership roles in the future. Excellent. And also we are highly putting emphasis on the competency framework. We call it as success drivers. Within that competency framework or the success driver framework, we have crafted a level-based signature program at Union Assurance, where all the tier-based employees are getting opportunities to go through this signature program, where they can learn or develop their competencies to be ready to get on to next level. So it starts from the executive level or the individual contributor level, then the team leader, teams manager, functional head. Likewise, we have crafted the program, and where every employee of the organization get equal, fair chance, opportunity to make sure that their potential is grown. Not talking about the performance or the numbers. It's all about you as an individual, how you grow at Union Assurance, how as organization grows, how individual grows alongside the organization. So that facilitation is one of the key responsibilities of me as the Chief People Officer, and also my executive committee of the organization. And end of the day, we are accountable to the board of directors as to how this organization is grooming talent, retaining talent, and also supporting the overall organizational growth.
Excellent. One area that, when I talk to senior management across organizations, that they look as both an opportunity and obviously an area of concern is technology, and how technology is impacting employees, productivity, motivation, fear sometimes. Yeah. So how are you incorporating technology into your entire employee value proposition as well?
Simple answer, we have no choice. We have to go with the advancements, technological advancement. I would say we are one of the pioneers in adopting technology. So we have very seamless systems that has been integrated into our people management systems. 7, 8, 9 years ago, we have embarked into a journey where we adopted a system called Hive. So employee lifecycle management is done through the system. It's a very engaging platform. So we talk about employee engagement from the day you join the organization throughout the employment life cycle. It matters most how you keep engaged with your employer. from your recruitment from your performance evaluation to develop your learning journey in the system, and also feedback, continuous feedback, giving badges to appreciate your colleagues, bosses. So it's a seamless system. So that's one of the examples I would like to highlight. And more than that, at Union Assurance, we are into insurance industry. We are into a niche industry, very unique industry with lot of regulations coming in. We can't make we have to be 100% transparent, accurate, and our integrity has to be 100 plus. So in that context, we have very robust technology adaptation in the organization to make sure that these systems are supporting people and the processes in order to do the things right, efficiently, effectively, improving the productivity, maximizing the time utilization of individual employees, and making their life easy. So to that extent, we have invested. We are not reluctant to invest in the technology, because as I said before, no choice. With the AI integrations we do, I reiterate, we've been one of the pioneers to adopt most of those technological advancements at Union Assurance PLC. And that has given us results. If you look at how we have done during last few years, at John Keel's level, we have won several chairpersons awards in terms of tech innovations. So that's one of the testimony I wish to highlight here, how much, to what extent this organization is committed to adopt new technology and make use of those technology in order to deliver better results.
Mm-hmm. We spoke about the industry before. One thing very clear about the industry is it is very competitive. It is also very performance driven, because you can easily measure the metrics as well. So in such a industry, what differentiates Union Assurance as a place to work, place to call home, and more importantly, how will you sustain this over a long period of time?
Yeah, simple answer to your question is, we are a value-driven organization. It's more than a volume-driven organization. We compete with the value. Right. Our competitive advantage is our value-driven culture. Right. So volume matters a lot. We work towards getting the volume, but we introduce ourselves as a value-driven company. Our strategy, our framework, our KPIs, everything is designed, structured in the way Union Assurance is committed to drive value. This value, firstly, the people first, towards our employees, how we drive value towards our stakeholders, our customers, our agency staff. We have very big distribution network in the organization, how we create value to those employees. So likewise, 360 stakeholder commitment is there. So simply, it's a value-driven organization more than a volume-focused organization. But my experience, my takeaway is, when you commit to drive value, volume drive is an outcome of what you do as a value-driven organization.
Absolutely. And you get the right kind of volume.
Of course.
I think that's critical. Final question. Life insurance penetration in this country is quite low compared to regional standards. I think we have a very long way to go. What does the future look like for Union Assurance and its people? And what will what initiatives are you taking to increase life? Because life insurance is a very important investment and protection, risk mitigation product for families in particular. So what does the future hold for Union Assurance?
Life insurance penetration, of course, is less compared to the region, compared to the world. Our penetration is quite less. But educating people, like insurance industry, coming together and taking certain initiatives is something very important and critical in order to increase the penetration. And also, Chief People Officer of the organization, what I would rather emphasize here is about the learning interventions we do. Now, we do learning interventions through our Union Assurance Learning Academy for the internal staff. At the same time, the agent network covering about almost 4,000 individuals. And to that level, we do the penetration. And at the same time, we have certain programs crafted to reach out to public through certain career fairs. Now, one example I would like to highlight at this moment is with the recent and exclusive partnership business we started last year. So, we talk about a recruitment campaign where we did not talk about the company or anything. We talk about how important the bank assurance is. The theme was all about bank assurance. Our theme was all about bank assurance. What we did under all about bank assurance campaign was about driving the recruitment campaign, making the awareness, making public aware, making the future employees aware, and also penetrate into the university population. We have certain programs, inter-university quiz, and also UCraft, where we are taking university students to the organization as interns and giving them career paths. So likewise, we have taken several other initiatives to reach out to the younger population of the organization. And also, there are other initiatives we have taken as an organization. It's all about the protecting lives of our population. So Suwamaga is our signature CSR campaign. Union Assurance is investing in Suwamaga campaign in order to secure our population of this country on preventing diabetes. We do free testing. So in the end, this is done through Union Assurance initiative so that people will get to know life insurance, protecting lives, how it matters to each and every individual of this country. So likewise, we have taken multiple initiatives so that we support insurance penetration in the country and reaching out to majority of the people as a whole, and also coming together with the insurance industry stakeholders so that we as one voice talking to the population of this country, making them aware about how important life insurance is, and also sharing experience and similar initiatives.
Nisansala Paranayapa, Chief People Officer of Union Assurance PLC, thank you for coming in and sharing the Union Assurance journey, plus your employee value proposition. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much.